Awesome. Thank you for your testimony. Are you Mr. Sonnet? What's your name, sir?
I'm Daniel Wolkoff.
Okay, Mr. Wolkoff, you may proceed.
Thank you, Councilmember Bowser. My name is Daniel Wolkoff. I'm a historic restoration artist. I've worked on Catholic University, Gallaudet University, and I'll be working on the Capitol Dome restoration. I'm working with Friends of McMillan Park, who encourage the public to get involved in saving this historic Olmsted Park and to find creative alternatives for the services that the community needs and to develop adaptive reuse of the historic park. This is an illustration that I've created which shows urban agriculture being done indoors in the 20 acres of existing underground structure caverns at McMillan. And there's a link to the video from the Netherlands in my testimony about indoor farms that produce 5 times the yield of surface farms, use 1/10 the water, no pesticides, no truck transport from California or Mexico, provide fresher, riper food, and even aquaponics, fresh tilapia. And those 20 acres of underground galleries are going to be destroyed for the Vision McMillan plan, a plan that was developed and dictated to the community, which is on public land, and we want the City Council support in rejecting the surplusing of public land to private developers. This is the reverse of eminent domain. Every word in the mayor's sustainable DC plan says save McMillan Park, but his plan will spend $50 million to demolish this heritage and overbuild with super urbanization. The real Senator McMillan and L'Enfant, the city's beautiful movement and its emerald necklace of parks are being eliminated, and the graciousness of our city is being diminished. It happened in Northwest. The emerald necklace happened in Northwest, as you can see by the map, contiguous parks, green spaces. But in Northeast, we have McMillan Park. It's shown as a park, but very little other green space. It's common sense. We have a park. It's an Olmsted-designed national treasure. It makes no sense to build a National Harbor-style office condo mall on top of it. There are endless healthy and necessary adaptive reuse for our families. A Glen Echo for our youth, art and performance classes, a torpedo factory for artists, a city market, a food and nutrition hub. In New York, they jog and walk and socialize at the Central Park Reservoir. We need to join with the National Park Service and open the entire McMillan Reservoir Historic District to the public. Successive DC administrations have placed no value on residents of an entire section of the city. Would this park have been fenced off for 27 years if it was located in Georgetown? Would the flooding mitigation wait 30 years if it had been in the basements of Kalorama? In Upper Northwest, you can walk to parks from every home. They are geologic historic sites, stream valleys, and wooded hillsides. VMP is creating a lawn in front of stores and condos. Who goes to a park in front of somebody else's condo? We need to preserve all of McMillan Park, including the reservoir. Kenyon McDuffie's task force is to develop derelict buildings along the Red Line. Build the condos there. Washington Hospital Center's vast parking lots caused the stormwater runoff disaster in Bloomingdale's. Put VMP's engineering experience on re-engineering Washington Hospital Center and put those medical offices there.
Mr. Wolkoff, I have to ask you to wrap up.
I invite everyone in DC to join Friends of McMillan Park, read the Office of Historic Preservation's nomination, the National Register of Historic Places, to understand the historic importance of this Olmsted Park that's in remarkably good condition. I appreciate your time, Council Chairwoman. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Ms. Blair?
Thank you. My name is Mary Pat Rowan.
Okay, I knew it wasn't Blair.
And I'm sorry that I didn't do this properly, but I will give this testimony. I'm quite familiar with the situation here. I am Mary Pat Rowan. I live in Ward 5. And I am a member of the Friends of McMillan Park and have been involved in trying to save the park for, more than 20 years. If the Friends of McMillan Park seeks to educate our city about the rich history and fabulous potential for revitalizing McMillan Park. We have several problems with the mayor's proposed development plan, and we have gathered 6,200 signatures on a petition presented to the mayor and council members asking that more creative alternative, such as Daniel suggested, proposals be considered for this unique historic site. Recently, this is the issue that you asked about, create McMillan Park yard signs popped up in the neighborhood, and more recently we have learned where they came from. Fontaine and Company, an advocacy and public affairs consultancy in Baltimore, and a member of the VMP team working for DMPED using using tax dollars. Fontaine created a fake grassroots program for VMP, which lists, according to documents presented today by Kirby Vining to you. He is not here to testify, but he has presented the documents as attachments to his testimony. And they claim this document that was developed by the Baltimore consultancy claims that the Friends of McMillan Park is a special interest group with a national agenda, and it allegedly misrepresents the local community. This is, of course, not the case. I call this program fake because I know of no grassroots long enough to stretch from Baltimore to Bloomingdale. Fontaine also invented the Neighbors for McMillan group and the Create McMillan Park sign program as a fake local coalition opposing the Friends of McMillan Park. Fake again, because Baltimore is not in Ward 5, to the best of my knowledge. Another strategy of the Fontaine plan is to provide continuous political cover to local elected officials. You may be among their targets, Councilman Bowser. I think it odd that DMPED is using council-approved funding to pay VMP to hire a company in Baltimore, Maryland, to try to persuade you and the Friends of McMillan that the Friends of McMillan Park is the opposition and not local. I further think that the council should reconsider funding DMPED to pay VMP to conduct such outreach campaigns that are clearly intended to neutralize the opposition to the mayor's plan, and using local tax dollars to do so. The council, if not the mayor, needs to hear from the community, not paid to silence it. Why is this money being given to a Baltimore firm? Madam Chairman, by authorizing funding for DMPED's McMillan project, you are authorizing the use of DC tax dollars to manipulate and silence your own constituents. Is this your intention? We ask, is this an ethical issue of both elected officials and taxpayer dollars to silence and manipulate community opinion on this important development issue in an election year? Thank you for the opportunity to share this testimony.
Thank you. Thank you for your testimony. Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you for hearing me. I do apologize. I don't have any written testimony prepared. I didn't come here to testify, but I felt compelled to say something. I work for the Warrington Group. We are a minority-owned development company. We specialize in mixed-use development, affordable housing, and also we do a lot of public-private partnerships. We are partners with the Kenil Worthy Development, 2M Street, the Hines Development, also the West End,